Hi guys. I Hi everybody. I'm Tennille. I have dreamed of, I guess with live you can't start over, right? I've been trying to record myself explaining what my goals with this channel are before, and I always stop and re-record and re-record and re-record. But this time I'm challenging myself to just do it scared. Right? I love following Brene Brown, and I believe she called it the SFD, your sucky first draft, which means I can't start without starting. So here I am, Tennille. I just finished recording a class that I make available to anyone who would like to rent it. You can see my link tree, and the link to join my classes is on there. Okay, so a little bit about me. I might as well start with the beginning. I have been in a wheelchair for 14 years now, and it's kind of a weird thing. There's a long version of the story which explains all the things I've tried and the things I found out. But the short story is I have pelvic girdle dysfunction, which means the pelvis that supports your whole body is dysfunctional, which means I can move, I can walk, but just a little bit. I can walk just a little bit. But that was the short story. I promised the short story version. But I am in a wheelchair, I don't know, 90% of the time, maybe 95% of the time. Why I started teaching Zumba is, first of all, I love it. I have been exercising with videotapes videotapes, that tells you how old I am. Starting around age 13, 14, I just made the dance team at school and didn't feel confident about my body. So I got some videotapes. Maybe any of you remember Jane Fonda out there, Kathy Smith. Those are my go-to every day. And when I got old enough to drive, I'd drive to exercise classes. Like, I loved it. I liked the group atmosphere, right? Like, I could exercise. Well, I liked music. That's the thing. I love music. And then when I exercise with other people, I feel that more motivated, right? I feel like I'm not just in this on my own. Well, I don't know if that makes sense. But I like exercising with other people. I guess I just like the dancing thing. It's just fun. So fast forward a few years, I actually became an aerobics instructor. And by the time I was pregnant with my third baby, I was actually teaching an exercise class. I was in front of everybody. I had just finished the class. Like, I'm barely pregnant, like maybe 8 weeks, right? No one would have known. I get down off the stage to talk to people, and I passed out completely, like head hit the wood floor, passed out. I've never passed out before, and I was like, holy moly. I don't think that caused any of my problems. I hadn't thought about that before. I suppose, no. Anyways, I started, my pregnancy, that third pregnancy, actually all my pregnancies but my third and last pregnancy is what caused the pelvis damage. And I believe it damaged some of my lower spine. For those of you who speak spine, the damage is like the L4, L5, S1. And I believe that causes some of the problems with my ability to walk. So my little boy is 13, and August is my month where I discovered an inability or a very, very painful walking thing. Okay, I need to get on something more happy. Not like, whoo, nosedive. So like I said, I've tried a million things. I won't go into those details. But what I realized is dancing makes me happy. I tried bed rest. I told you I wasn't going to go into the details, but I did try a bazillion different physical therapies. And sometimes I try resting, but what I realized is like the dancing made me feel alive. And I called up a friend of mine who taught Zumba, and I was so embarrassed. I'm like, okay, friend, if she's listening, you'll know who she knows who she is. But I was like, okay, I really want to try Zumba. Like, I've heard of it. It sounds fun. And I said, I will just sit in the corner. I don't want anyone to look at me. I'll try not to be distracting. If you'll just let me sit in the corner and dance, right? I could move my upper body to the beat. And I came into the room. Back then, I think I was walking a little more than I am now, but I sat on a chair. I put myself in the corner, and my dear aerobics or Zumba instructor friend, she like scooted my chair in front of the mirror. I was like, not the mirror. Like, are you trying to kill me? Okay, that was a little dramatic. But my point is, I grew to love Zumba. And eventually I started attending Zumba classes in my wheelchair. And eventually I even started being in the front row. Because if you are a wheelchair user, you know that your eye level is a lot of butt levels. I'm just calling it out. So if I was in the back row, I couldn't really see what was going on. But that's how my confidence grew. I'm like, I want to be in the front. I want to see what that aerobic or that teacher is doing. And I found a lot of joy. Okay, so the problem was the gym that was on the ground floor, that was wheelchair accessible, I was able to roll into the class because it was ground level, but the bathroom door wasn't wide enough for my wheelchair. So sorry. I'm just laughing at remembering, but I'd have to take off one of the legs of my wheelchair to be able to make it around the corner. And then the other gym, the classroom was upstairs, and my super good friends, they carried me up the stairs so I could Zumba. And the other gym also was upstairs. And then the pandemic hit, and I realized like I still need to dance. I need to exercise. So I started downloading the YouTube video or watching YouTube videos of Zumba. And I was just modifying so much that I was like, I can do this. So it's been 2 years actually, about from this month, that I committed to becoming a Zumba instructor. and I'm so glad I did. So I promised I would talk to you about my my goals, what I'm doing here is. When I was looking for Zumba videos to follow, I don't know, I wanted to see someone like me that was doing fun, dancing, exercise. And I didn't find one that I related with. And so I took on the challenge. I decided to become my own instructor. And I post my videos on YouTube because I figure there's probably someone out there who's like me, who didn't want or didn't know where to look for some fun music, for some fun exercise. So that is my plan. And I'm going to try to have some live streams where you can ask questions, and we can have some communication that way. So I forgot to mention I'm also a registered dietitian, nutritionist. So naturally, health involves eating food and moving our bodies. And so I hope to bring that information to you and make it available to more people. You know, because so I used to work in the hospital, and people would get referred to see me by the doctor. But usually, I mean, the only way insurance, I mean, maybe it's different now. It's been a long time. But it was like you had to have a diagnosis or have a certain condition where insurance would pay for you to see a dietitian. And so I felt like it was difficult for someone who's like, I just want to be healthier and not, have to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So anyways, that's my goal, is I want to be able to do some live streams, do some, question and answers. I can't give you specific dietary advice because that would go against my license, but I can give general, hey, this is the recommendation. I can give you general advice like that. I also teach for college, the College of Southern Idaho, and I teach nutrition there. So I feel like I should be able to answer your questions. I do not know everything for sure. And I'm not even close, by the way. I do not, anyways, I will try my best. And if I don't know the answer, I will try to get the answer to you. So let's see. I'm a little nervous because I haven't done a live stream before. And I'm sorry, I need to focus on the camera. I've been inspired by a couple YouTube channels that I watch regularly. So I followed The Lawyer You Know, and I got sucked in by watching the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard trial. But since then, I'm like, he just does it so naturally. I'm thinking I could do that. Go live, talk, answer questions. Obviously, I have a lot to learn about this, but this is my first live video. So if you rewatch this, thank you, and you're amazing. And my goal is to spread health and good information because there's a lot of misinformation out there. So for example, I mentioned I'm a dietitian. So on YouTube, I get the ads of like all the latest the scare tactics. And so I'm sure the algorithm on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, they all like, oh, this person's interested in nutrition and health. So I get the like, do you know what eating oatmeal every day does? Or these are the top 5 fruits you should never eat. And it's all scare tactics. And I talked to a friend a while ago who's asking for some help on to know what to eat. And she said, like, okay, so I can't eat carbs, and then I can't eat these fruits and vegetables because they have pesticides, and I can't have this, and I can't have this, and I can't have this, and I can't have meat because it makes my cholesterol high. And she was like, she just felt like she didn't know what to do. So it was like everything had people saying, don't eat this, don't eat this, don't eat this. And that leaves us with being very confused. So I want to point out, and this is something I teach my students at the college, is those scare tactics. They use them because they work, right? If I say, hey, you should eat a carrot, it does amazing things for your body. And the truth is, it does. But it doesn't sell. So when you are watching an ad, or like those, the advertisements are targeted towards you, think about, what is the point of this thing? What is the point of someone telling me never to eat oatmeal again? You know what I mean? And so I just teach my students that's a red flag. It just means, look further into it. So I will try to help you navigate the crazy world of nutrition, because there's a lot of good information out there, and it can be cluttered up with a lot of crazy information as well. So I will put links to where you can find me and contact me if you would like to know more about the classes I teach. So let me just tell you that real quick. So I upload videos to YouTube. My goal is once a week at least. And then I'm going to add these live streams and talk about a nutrition topic, and then answer questions, do a little Q&A session afterwards. And then I teach, I'm exploring what class schedule works, what times of day, what days are more popular. So as of August, I'm going to be teaching every morning, depending on what time zone you're in. But those class times will be listed on my my Zumba instructor page. And if you're interested, look it up, see if any of those classes interest you. I also have some on-demand classes where you can purchase the on-demand class for 24 hours. That gives you some time to do it at your own time, right? Because I'm teaching early in the morning Mountain Time. So that might be the middle of the night for you. So it all depends. Anyways, I will sign off for today. Breathe a sigh of relief. I did my first live. Okay, to be honest, I did another live, my real first live, maybe 2 weeks ago. And I got so nervous, I deleted it. Or maybe it's still out there in digital world. They say it's always there, but I hope I deleted it all the way off, because I got nervous. That's the thing. All right. With that, I hope to see you in one of my virtual classes that I will be teaching live stream. Contact me, send me a message, and that's it. Bye, guys.